Strasberry, and today we're going to be exploring addition and subtraction. So, hope you guys are ready for some fun time. To learn about addition, we're going to be looking at some knights from the round table. So here's our little friends, the knights, with their little swords. Now, addition is the process where you add things together, where you take more than one thing and you add it together. Like with numbers, 1 plus 1 equals 2, etc., that kind of idea. So we're going to be exploring that today with just kind of these different little knights and their figures. So let's begin. The first thing we need is 2 sets of numbers. So what we're thinking of doing is let's say we have 5 plus 2. To explore that, we'll begin with 5 of these knights. Now these knights are just little jousters, so they're getting ready to go and serve their King Lancelot and go and save Guinevere, all that fun stuff with mythology. So let's see. So we've got 5 right there, and then we're going to add 3 more knights to their order. So we've got 1, 2, 3. Oh, 3. Okay, so to do this, what we do first is we add these knights using the plus sign, or the swords. Now when knights combine their powers together, they usually cross their swords to kind of show that they're comrades or friends. So let's see how we're going to do this. Let's see. So we've got 1 plus, that's a plus sign. So 1 knight plus 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 another. Get that little plus sign there. Oh, we'll use one that's better cut out. Okay. Oh, we forgot a plus sign. Okay. Okay. So we've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So we've got 5 knights currently. So what we're going to do is we're going to put those in a pile. And we're just going to have to remember that there's 5 right there, okay? Now after you've got your 5 knights put together, we're going to add another 3. So we've got 3 knights coming in a different direction. So we've got 1 plus 1 plus 1. So when these 3 knights come together with these other knights, they cross their swords, and that shows that they're friends, and they're going to all work together to help her, save Guinevere, do that whole, Knights of the Round Table thing. Okay. So then, when these all combine together, we now count the total. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So now we have 8 total knights. We can try that again. Let's see. Let's try another number. Now let's say we have 4 knights going off to battle, and they meet 3 of their friends. Now how many would that be? So what we start out with is 1, 2, 3, 4. So we've got those 4 knights, okay? And they run into 3 of their friends. 1, 2, 3. Now let's just say that these guys are going off to Camelot. Well, these guys have just come back from a raging battle against some dragons. So what we want to do is we want to combine them, because we want to be able to share rations, all those different things that knights do. So let's see. Let's use our plus signs. We've got 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. And then we have the knights that are going in the other direction. 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Now the total is 1, 2, 3, 4. And the total of that group is 1, 2, 3. Now when you do addition, you just add the numbers up. So like we've learned from counting, there's 1 to 10. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So let's just go through and count them. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. So total-wise, we have 7 knights. So now these guys will all combine and go off on their merry little adventure. Whee! Okay. Now we have another set. So we're going to do a couple more ones just so we can make sure that we've got this addition thing good. Okay. So let's say that we have 5 knights who have just come from a horrendous battle where they were able to save the queen from a giant set of goblins that were ravaging the land. So we've got 5 of those. 5. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then they run into 3 other knights, or let's say they run into 5 other knights. Okay? So we've got 1, 2, 2. We have to find one that faces the right direction. Sorry about that, guys. Okay, 1, 2, 3, 4, and 5. Okay, so let's count how many are in each set. We've got 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Or 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. The second group has 1 plus 1 plus 1 plus 1. Or 1, 2, 3, 4. Oh, looks like we forgot to add another knight. Let's put that guy in. Plus 1. So now we've got 5 knights in each row. So we can figure out how many knights are in there are together. Let's add these up. We've got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. So now we have a total of 10 knights, and they're all going to go together. And then we'll just add these things and move them to the side. Usually in math, we don't use knights to count. That's great for imagination and everything, but a lot of times we use this other thing called numbers. So what we have here is a list of some different numbers that we have. So, let's see. So we have 0, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Now those are the first 10 numbers that we are counting with. So, these are the numbers that usually constitute what we use to make up all the other numbers. So here's some examples of when we use addition and how we use it with numbers. So the first example we have is 5 plus 4. Now 5 is just 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So it's just 5 little ones together. And then we have 4, which is just 4 little ones together. So what you could do is you could go 5, and then you could go 1, 2, 3, 4, and realize that it's 9. Another way of doing this is to go and count every individual one. So we first go 5 ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. And then we add 4 more. 1, 2, 3, 4. So then when we count these all together, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9. We have a total of 9. Here's another example. Now we have 6 plus 8 equals 14. Now this list, unfortunately, doesn't go all the way to 14, but we have a little example of how we can do this. What you can do is, with like the other one, count from 6 and add 8. So it'd be 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, if those are written down. But since they're not, here's another way of being able to do it. Instead, we can use the other method if you don't have your handy list of numbers already ready. So, we'll first count how many 6s there are, or little ones put together 6. So we have 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So we've got 6. And then we have 8, which made of 8 little ones. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So, we can get 14 by adding all those little ones together. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. And so we're able to get 14. So those are just some different methods that you can be able to use. So what we've discussed is how you can use pictures, numbers, counting from a list, or using little ones to count up all the numbers. And that's how you can use addition.